Maybe, maybe not.
Are we back? Are we back again? Eli Drake. Oh, sorry. LA Knight with the win.
It says waiting for the Wrestle Story. Wait. It says waiting for the Wrestle Story.
We're live on Twitch. Let's see. Let's go to YouTube. We're live here. Hello, people. We are back.
Cool.
We'll see if we get anybody to come back.
Howdy, Lewis.
Lewis, you came in just in time. We just lost internet, and then we're back now. Like, we lost everything.
It's great.
Lewis, you might be the only one that are joining us right now, because everybody else got kicked out.
We have Dexter and Indy now.
Everybody else got kicked out, so just us, Lewis.
Dude.
What?
I was trying to watch that.
Okay.
Candace. Gargano family.
We're back, Jack. We're back, James. We are back. I fixed some things, changed some things up, redid some things, and I think we are set now.
So we have Leon Ruff now, who is backstage beating up blockers.
Not once, not twice. 3 times. A lady.
The ball is in your court.
All right, toothpick. Dude.
What?
Like, I'm having to look through your head to see the...
Sorry, yeah, I moved it because you were messing with stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm good now, I think. Sorry to hear VP Mondale died. Yes. Interesting. Scott! You're back! Great to have you back. We fixed internet. Where's y'all comments? They had to be fixed. We had to reload everything. It had to be redone.
No, but they're not loading up on here.
Well, that is dumb. Good question, James.
When one thing falls apart, everything falls apart.
It all falls apart.
So, hey, I can hear us. You might.
There we are. Fixed it, I think.
You might turn that down.
Turn what down?
Over there.
No, it's too loud.
Because I can hear us. So.
I think we're good now. I think we're good. We got chat showing up. I'm technologically superior to my neighbor because he's 85. Think we're good. Make sure you like the show again. The more likes we have, the better. That's why we're doing 7 shows tonight in 2 hours. We'll be shutting down again in a minute just so we can get like 14 more likes. All right. I think we're back. We're back. Back again.
Sweet.
Technologically inclined person like me has figured this out.
Was it really a tribute to Brody by Bray at Mania? I need to rewatch Mania if there was. Yeah, there was. He did the...
Yeah, there was.
Yeah. Thing.
There was. The bulls are back, and so are the people to eat them. It did?
Really? That came from you?
Throwback, how you doing? I sent a message for it. Hello? Have your Wi-Fi retest it might help. We're back now. We're back. I had to fix some things. I got us back up, got a signal sent back to us, and we're up and running. I will say that's the fastest that I've ever seen it get fixed too. So that was weird. Because usually it doesn't fix itself that fast.
Usually, no.
Usually it takes like 15 minutes before I get a good signal.
Look at that.
Sorry, I'm eating dinner while I watch.
It's all good.
What are you eating, Jack? And there we're unstable again. I hate my internet. Scott, if you're still here, it's going to be me versus the internet guy at WrestleMania Backlash.
I wrote the cable guy, didn't I? In that tweet?
What'd I say? Cable guy. Yeah, whatever.
Internet guy, cable guy.
Can't wait to see Zoe. She is my Becky of NXT.
You know what I don't get about them doing that match, though, with Zoe Stark and Saraya or whatever, is that they both, like, should win. And so why are they putting them against one another?
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't make sense if you're going to try and build them both up.
Or my pants will haunt you!
I just don't get it.
Check my speeds again.
Oh, man. We're loading again.
Yeah, it's kind of, our uploads have, I mean, they're still, like, not terrible, like, really, really bad, but they're not great. We had this issue about a year and a half ago. So been that about a year and a half?
I don't know.
Probably about a year and a half ago.
Phoenix
we
is
had internet
standing
issues
by
and just doing dumb stuff.
With Io Shirai.
Garlic bread.
That's it?
That's it, Jack? It's still buffering a little. I sent a message before you guys dropped for the resubbing. Hello.
We have Io and Beth Phoenix doing an interview.
Man.
Let's take it back to the beginning, where you became the NXT Women's Champion when you defeated Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley to win the title at TakeOver.
How you doing, Throwback? I watched your video today.
Cool. Now I want to talk about TakeOver.
Oh, LL versus the internet guy. That's right. For the world title of who knows what.
This was a turning point in the matchup.
This was a turning point. That right there.
Pain. After that powerbomb, you had no energy.
Yeah, the air got sucked out of my belly.
Io's reign came to an end. Okay. Raquel was the biggest and toughest challenge. But when the time is right, Io will get her rematch. Okay, what's next for Io Shirai?
How was your guys' day? Well, Lewis, it was great until I tried to connect to this internet thing.
What's next for Io Shirai?
Throwback, what you think? I thought it was good. It was interesting.
What's next for Io Shirai is rest. Rest. That's what she said. Oh. Oh, there's a dog. Oh, there's a dog.
Dizzy's Helen, also weird, not in cam on my show since it's on.
Okay. Okay. So Frankie Monet came in with her dog and is like, okay then. So I take we're leading to an Io Shirai and
I was super
Monet
far behind
match.
for some reason. Well,
I take that's what
so
we're
were
going
we.
to do.
Nah, just kidding.
Okay then.
They
have,
are they wrestling Imperium or something?
Bizango. No, clear.
I'm just having a beer.
Clearly, they're wrestling the British Bulldogs.
Well, that is cool, Lewis. That is cool.
Clearly. British Bulldogs. Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly. Clearly. Oh, yeah, the stunning tribute to the UK. They're fighting the Grizzled Young Veterans. That's who they're fighting. Oh, but they're going to talk.
Yeah,
first.
that's what I figured. I figured it was somebody from the UK, since they did that little, like, bit. This is... They look funny. Making it an exploding barbed wire death match, Mr. G. I will, and there'll be sparklers in the corners at the end.
I love how the hat doesn't really fit, like... Fandango has the hat, it's like up here.
I know.
He's
this
like,
is funny.
hello guys. Like, what is that, man? I like the Grizzled Young Veterans a lot.
I like Breezango. So I think during the Saray Zoe match, I think it's going to be either a double count out or someone is going to get involved. That's possible. They still haven't moved. Well, now they have.
You spoke too soon. They now have moved. Oh. Hey, 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 you just beat us up. That's the point of the match, but you just beat us up.
Jack would like to know, Lewis, are you Steve Austin? Yeah, Lewis cracked open two of them and went...
Breezango is trying to recapture that magic from last summer. Okay.
It is a long climb. A long climb to the top. Futuristic, how's it going? We've had some internet issues, so we may or may not be, we may or may not drop out. I don't know. I have no clue. I think we're a little better right now. Seems to be going well. I had so much fun last night. You're awesome, Futuristic.
So, Tyler Breeze
Just let Vince McMahon know that he's welcome in our chat anytime.
We're getting a championship celebration open challenge with Kushida. Who's going to answer that?
I don't
Somebody?
know.
Somebody? I guess we'll see. We have Fandango and, okay, that was innovative. So Zach Gibson used... What the heck is the other dude's name? Zach Gibson and... What's the other guy's name in the Grizzled Young Veterans? James Drake. That's his name.
They even showed it at the beginning.
Yeah, I know. I just, just had a moment there. So Drake used his shoulder to sort of block Gibson from going into the,
Guys, Becky just posted something on Instagram. Check it out. Let me know what you all think.
I saw it. She was promoting Sami Zayn's new t-shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees, where all the proceeds from it go to Sami for Syria. That's Sami Zayn's.
That's
thing.
all it is, James. That's it.
Yeah, there's nothing else to it. That's all it is. So that was interesting. Well,
That was cool.
At least like they were there to catch him. That's good. Another commercial break. Cool.
Hi. I deserve to be in your country club. No, Jack, it's not a troll this time. It's a troll every time, James. She's messing with you. Lewis says this is an okay match. Yeah, it hasn't been bad. I think it's kind of tough to top what we've seen so far, but this isn't a bad match.
Yeah, it hasn't been bad. Nope. Why are we showing this again?
Just think, the three best nights of wrestling happen tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
When the two probably most expensive nights are Monday and Friday.
Yeah.
I want to see this movie.
Nope, I think not. I'm good.
If I ever had anything like that, like when I was laying in the bed coming at me, I'd be punching it in the head. There would not be. I'd refresh the stream a few times. I think we're good now. My thing says excellent connection here. Showing a good connection here. I'm not getting any stupid. Well, I'm not even on the right page. That's why. Jeez.
Mr. G isn't getting any stupid.
I'm not getting any stupid things on YouTube, but I could be because I'm not on the right page. There we are. Oh, got an excellent connection there too. That's amazing. For a minute or two. We never have an excellent connection. Okay, we do. Just like not
Rarely.
today. Today we haven't. Today it's been bad. It's been a bad day. A very, very bad day. That guy's walking around in his underwear. It's been a bad day for him.
I thought we were doing the Zoom thing.
James says, so I think during the Saray versus Zoe match. Saray, whatever, I don't care. The Japanese girl.
It's Saray.
Versus Zoe match, either be a double count out or someone gets involved. I can see somebody getting involved, possibly.
I just don't know who it would be and why it would make sense for somebody to get involved in it.
I'm about sick of this commercial.
Yeah, I've seen it every day for the last week.
Volterra, how you doing? I've decided to save a bunch of WWE promos on TikTok to use as audio. That is cool. I'll cut a promo for you. Just give me a name and what you want me to cut a promo about. And I'll try and act it out. Just for you, Volterra.
All right.
Watch. We're not going to see anything.
You're not going to get anything.
No.
Oh, man.
Every wrestler walks about in their underwear. Oh, yeah, so it's no big deal. That guy, everybody looked at him like, what are you doing? I should have known better. Shouldn't have been a big deal. Some wear pants. There are a few. A handful wear pants.
What's so exciting about this show is our guest stars.
Half of them are dead. No, I'm kidding. They're not. I thought we were doing a Zoom thing. Zoom what? What are you zooming?
It's a commercial.
Oh.
Grizzled Young Veterans and Breezango. Oh.
Mr. J cut a promo on Catherine J. Who is that? I don't even know who that is, Jack. It's tough to cut a promo on something you don't know.
So, it looks like James Drake landed on his knee and they're trying to play out this he hurt his knee thing.
Oh, I know who she is. I don't watch Star Trek. But I know who she is.
Oh.
I don't know enough about her there, Jack.
Well...
He did all that just for an eye poke. Yes.
Yup.
Yes. It's going to confuse a bunch of people when they hear Stone Cold's voice on an outfit video. Not if you do it right. It's not going to make any difference, Volterra, if you do it right. Because Stone Cold said so.
Count of two. Count of two.
Captain on Star Trek Voyager Gun. I met the actress. She gave me my walking stick. So she fired you? I'm sorry, Jack. I feel bad for you.
This has been, exciting.
Seemed very nice. Well, she seemed nice until she gave you the walking stick and said, get out of here. What y'all think about tonight's show, despite the debacle from last night's Raw so far? This is like way better. Not even close, James. Everything that's happened tonight has been really good, I think.
Oh, Tyler Breeze is in. Oh. It looks like Tyler Breeze spent a little bit too much time out in the sun. Like, specifically, like, his face, because his face looks very...
Oh,
like,
kick to the head! Almost killed that guy.
weird. I don't know what that was, but okay.
That was cool.
Like I said, I don't know what that was, but okay. It's alright. Ooh. Cool.
Russian leg sweep!
Gotta go after the other guy, too. Oh, and now we're getting the roll-up. 1, 2. Oh, so
that was close.
So far.
Grizzled young veterans almost won.
Breezango almost lost.
Yeah, well, that's usually the way it works. Good job.
Thanks. Don't believe Tyler Breeze realizes that the tag... Well, that's a cool move.
That was the ticket to mayhem.
2, 3.
That's
and the
it.
Grizzled young veterans have won.
That's a 3 count.
I'm totally cool with them winning. I like them. They're cool. They're neat. They're epic.
That's why they're gunning for the top, because nobody else guns for the top, just certain teams.
Yes.
Or
high
people.
fives. We can do that too.
Thank you, but she
Poke
was...
to the eye.
Thank you, but she was amazing to meet. Never asked her why her character's from Iowa. Never missed a chance to talk about Indiana on the show, but has her heavy New York accent. Interesting. James, it was nice, so nice to see Becky on Instagram. Yes. I'm thinking about posting something, James, just so you can say it was so nice to see me on Instagram.
Oh, it's Indy Hartwell. What's on your mind, Indy?
Maybe because all 3 NFL teams absolutely suck.
This is not an interview. This is not an interview. Oh. So Candace and Johnny and Theory are trying to like stop Indy from like talking and doing this interview, and then Bronson Reed showed up and is threatening to rip off Johnny Gargano's head, so that's cool.
Papa John. Oh, they need someone to go. Do you make pizzas? I would like a large pizza, please. Papa John.
I dislike Austin Theory so much. So we're getting a match between Bronson Reed and Johnny, or I don't even know who's doing the match. Who's getting the match against Bronson Reed?
I don't know, but that was pretty funny. Let's see here. Volterra, I just saved Triple H's Howard Stern interview on TikTok. Someone uploaded it there. Interesting. Jack, oh, I forgot IA is Iowa, meant Indiana. Yeah, IN. The only state named after 3 Harrison Ford films. Yeah, Indiana.
Cool.
Jones.
Here we go. Zoe Stark's match. So Frankie Monet said that she watched Beth Phoenix as a kid. Frankie is 37 and Beth is 40. Doesn't make any sense.
She's got the whole R-Truth thing going on.
But it's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah, the R-Truth thing's going on for her.
This should be exciting. I've never seen Zoe Stark wrestle before. I've heard she's good, but
Papa John's pizza here are worse than eating a shoe. Well, Johnny Gargano is the Papa John's of NXT, so I'm waiting for someone to order some pizza from him. I wonder, can Papa John's get them for like an infringement?
I have no idea.
Interesting, huh? You called him Papa John's. You owe us a free commercial on your show.
So they're showing us a thing about NXT UK. Cool. Joe Coffey makes his return against Eddie Dennis. Woohoo!
NXT UK this Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. BST.
Be there, be square.
I have a crush, but she lives in Wisconsin and I'm in Philadelphia. Don't let that stop you, Lewis.
Just had to make sure I didn't get any lipstick on my nose.
I mean, Mr. G is my one and only. James, I ate at Domino's. Papa John's is too expensive. Jack, there's 4 Indiana films. Raiders of the Lost Ark hasn't got Indiana Jones in the title. It doesn't?
Why have I seen that guy before?
It's the guy from NWA.
That's what I thought.
Well, it used to be from NWA. Now he's
so they got Ric Flair in this commercial. They got the dude from NWA, and they got Peter Avalon from AEW.
He's the one that's having an issue with Nick Aldis.
Got it.
Jack says, Lewis, Zoom. What's that? Observing stuff. I've never seen an Indiana Jones movie either. I saw some of one though. Indiana Jones movies are good.
I haven't really watched one. I haven't really seen.
You should check it out.
This is so exciting.
Juice box. Impact tomorrow night, guys. We'll be here, James. We'll be back again, provided everything goes good.
AEW. Tomorrow's AEW.
Oh no, tomorrow's not Impact. Tomorrow's AEW. James, come on, man, get your days right.
Impact is on Thursday, not this week.
Yeah.
Or not this week. Not tomorrow. Thursday. That's what I was trying to say. Good grief. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm saying.
People should chant Zoe, Zoe, Zoe. How is that futuristic? Jack, we do for hours. Nope. The first one is just called Raiders of the Lost Ark, although it's called Indiana Jones on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. That's what I thought. That's why I thought it was, because I thought it was Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark or something like that. I guess I never paid attention. I always knew it was Raiders of the Lost Ark, but then I saw Indiana Jones and I thought, well, maybe I just missed that part. Jack says, good man. James, Zoe, 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 Zoe. Futuristic. Oh yeah, James. That was a great chant, Mr. G. I tried futuristic just for you. Futuristic! Futuristic!
Oh, here's Cameron Grimes. That no good Kyle O'Reilly. So Grimes says that he has an NFT. What? The future of investing. Okay.
And it was going to be Kyle O'Reilly. Oh. That's funny.
That's pretty funny. So essentially Cameron Grimes just
bought an NFT.
He bought an NFT, but he got outbid by Ted DiBiase.
After the bid was over.
After it was over, yeah.
That was funny.
Okay, well this is kind of cool.
From Tokyo, Japan.
Saray. That's cool, that's cool. That's fun, that's fun.
I didn't start watching till a half hour in, but not a bad show tonight. You missed the beginning then. The beginning was good.
Yeah, the Kyle O'Reilly promo was good.
Yes. Jack, they changed the naming convention on one because Temple of Doom and The Last Crusade, my fave, had the Indiana Jones and prefix once Temple came out in 1984. Interesting.
Cool, Saray's the real deal. Alright.
Okay, I like that segment. Yeah, that was good.
Let's roll. We're getting Zoe Stark versus Saray.
Teaching film is fun.
Cool. Oh.
She's got the height advantage too. She's a little bit taller. She's got the reach advantage.
Well, this is nice.
Clark, how you doing? Vince McMahon is loved as a promoter but hated as a person. Yeah, I can see that. I could also see him hated as a promoter too.
Dang, she didn't even use her hands for that kip up.
Bonsai!
That was a terrible dropkick. Well, it wasn't a terrible dropkick. It was a terrible selling of Zoe Stark.
So he starts going,
really,
hey, this is what my masseuse does to me.
It wasn't really a...
Well, that was a bad camera angle. You missed everything.
Yeah. Tying up Zoe Stark.
Lean back! Lean back!
Cool. Oh. Whoa, dude.
Yeah, there we are. That's what I'm talking about.
That's fun.
Only thing is you should have just laid on her body and did that. She's Japanese.
Well, they were just mentioning Japanese wrestling legends, bruh.
If any chant for my wrestling career, it would be Demon! Savage! Demon! Savage! How's that? Hey, y'all like the match? It's a good match.
Saray kicks out at 2.
You see a little bit of the Japanese, the Japanese side of things coming out with, and I get why. I mean, don't go, well, that's because she's Japanese. I mean, because usually I think they try and change the Japanese wrestlers when they come over here and take them, at least WWE does.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Hangman Page says you get a free chicken sandwich after the jab. I got no food.
Yes, Hangman Page did say that.
Yeah, Jack, I did see that.
And someone said, well, Hangman, didn't you must have got, cut or something at Popeyes
Yeah,
or
it
something.
was something about you must have been stabbed
Yeah.
at Popeyes because you don't get a chicken sandwich after you get your vaccine, man.
Clark, I want to buy Heatwave 1998 someday. How much do you know about that show? I don't know a whole lot about it, Clark. Futuristic, that was good. Lewis, is Candy Floss in WWE? Anyone know?
I don't know if she's still with WWE. She was a while ago, but I don't know about. You probably should
No, she's not. She's in the middle of this bowl right now being, turned into cotton candy.
Candy. It is cotton candy. Just search Candy Floss WWE.
Wrestler.
Or wrestler, that's
There.
cool too.
She is in the NXT UK.
There you go.
Lewis.
There you go. Hangman, I hope Kenny Omega beats you.
Clark, Heatwave 1998 is the best ECW pay-per-view ever. She was face first into that top turnbuckle. Barely, because she's just barely tall enough to reach that. Voltaire, no, not me modeling platform heels while Stone Cold rants about his crappy hotel room. Jack. Clark, yes, I do know quite a bit. Yeah, Jack does. He does. Lewis, can't wait for that Heels of YouTube shirt. Yeah, still working on it. I've got to figure out what I want to do with it. I've kind of got a concept going. I just got to figure out how I'm going to make it work. Charlene, I've heard of her before. Yeah, I watched her wrestle a couple times, actually, when I was watching NXT UK. I haven't watched NXT UK in a while.
That was nice, knee.
Nice, thanks for doing the work for me. We try. The best match was Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka.
Oh, dude, you, like, totally missed her, bro. I don't even know what that was. Supposed to be a drop kick, but, like, okay. Has a nice suplex. Kick out it, too.
Great kick out there. I was impressed by that kick out. I don't know if anybody else was, but I was. One more look. Yeah, she didn't miss. She hit her.
It was just a camera angle, I guess. That was absolute trash.
That was probably it. The camera angle gets you all the time.
Yeah, it does.
Uh-oh. Oh, that was upside the head. Oh, knee to the face. This is a 3 count.
1, 2.
No!
Oh.
Kicked out.
Okay.
The sliding knee didn't do its job. That means she's going to lose. Zoe Stark going to the top.
And a miss.
She landed on her feet.
1, 2.
Kicked out. Zoe Stark kicked out. Oh, kick upside the head again. Oh, that's got to be it. 1, 2. No, kicked out again. Saray kicked out. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Kicked out again at 2. Wow, that was amazing. The spinning heel kick to the temple is like failed twice. Don't ever use that move again. Saray, oh, she landed on her feet. Oh, that was a nice kick. Punch to the jaw.
Oh.
That's impressive. For someone that's bigger than you. There it is! What a match! I told you, James. I told you what was going to happen.
Cool.
Clark, Mike Awesome is considered the precursor to Brock Lesnar, in my opinion. He was more charismatic than Lesnar. You know the problem with Mike Awesome? When he went to WWE, Vince didn't like any of those guys that were in ECW or WCW, and he didn't really want them to come in and like take over. Jack, buy a Wrestle Story net gator or I'll throw an actual gator at you. Well, thanks, Jack, I think. James says total BS. I told you it was going to happen. That's fair, Clark.
I don't necessarily think that we need to pair up Saray and Zoe Stark in a match if we're trying to continue letting Zoe Stark, like, rise to go after the title. But we also can't beat Saray in her first match. I don't think it was the wisest idea to put them against each other for Saray's first match. Because she wasn't losing it. But like I said, now there's kind of a...
Well, I think this may be
a damper
to build a respect
put
thing.
on, you know...
This goes beyond win and loss. I think this is a build a respect thing.
Cool. Welcome to NXT.
So now remember this, because later... Yep, see? It's right here.
Oh.
This is what I'm talking about.
Toni Storm. Dude,
we have to be heading towards Taya and Io after that segment.
Her hair is so cool. Like, it's literally the coolest. Like, the coolest.
I hate Tony.
I want that t-shirt. We're gonna buy it. We're gonna buy it. Because it's on sale. I want that t-shirt. It's cool. What a moment that was just ruined.
I told you, I knew there was a reason they were building them up like that. Oh, John Elite's ahead of us, apparently. Campiona.
So Dakota said that we beat Io so bad that she'd take a vacation. You doing this a little bit of this? What?
Okay, Harry Potter.
Except Dakota. So Raquel just said that she's gonna go through everybody on the roster. And if
Yeah.
you like come after her, you'd like
Yeah.
come at me, bro.
Jack, by actual gator, I mean I floated a gator. The actual one tends to bite. Yes, they do tend to bite. Clark, I've heard the WWE is now booking Charlotte way too strong. Well, she's been gone for a while, and she just came back. So,
I will be back. I'm gonna take this out to the kitchen and go and get some water.
the WWE books the part-timers way too strong. Edge, Lesnar, Goldberg. I think that the problem is they don't want to create new stars. For whatever reason. Jack, I felt a bit drunk for a day after my first jab to the point my best friend had a stream. I was there for all of it and don't remember a thing. Good job, Jack. Good job. It happens. You know, I think this jab's affected people differently. When did you think Cena became booked way too strong? I don't know, because I don't know that I look at things as being booked way too strong. I think the biggest issue that a lot of them have is they're just put out there. I don't, being booked strong and just being put out there all the time, I think, are two different things.
What are you talking about?
Clark said, when did you think Cena became booked way too strong?
Oh.
And I was trying to state that, being put out there all the time and no one else getting a shot, that's one of the things where I don't know that you're being really booked too strong. It's just you're being put out there every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jack says, that said, I'm eager to get jabbed too. Jack, you just want to have another day where you forget everything. Observing stuff, I always liked Cena. I don't know why people hated him. Yeah, I don't know. Jack, I should be early June, just before my birthday. Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh, Mom said, she said she's not modding because Vincent's being a cheesehead. And she said that he ran down the hallway and laid down in front of the door. And they, called him back out there. And are like, you tired? He goes, no. And Mom gave him a pillow to lay on the floor. And he said, I want to lay in the hallway. And Mom was like, well, why do you want to lay in the hallway? He said, well, because I can hear them. Because he had his, ear to the bottom of the door. And he was like, so I can hear them. He's such a goober.
So is he still out there?
Nah, he's in the kitchen. He's playing with his kitchen toys.
That's funny.
But he wanted to sit by the door so that, oh.
Throwback! Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it.
But yeah, he was sitting by the door listening.
Uh-oh.
It paused. Oh no. Our feed cut out.
Yeah, our feed cut out.
Guys,
hit that like button,
yeah,
please.
hit the like
Please.
button.
Ivan, how you doing? Mr. J, did you see my video on Twitter? I did. I was going to respond, and then I forgot to, because I checked it out late last night. Or early this morning. because I was up at like 5:30.
Cool.
I was up at a stupid hour.
Cool.
Stupid hour.
Why is our show not working
I don't
anymore,
know,
bro?
but our feed like kicked out now. Now I'm having issues with that.
Hug.
I don't like it.
This is just awesome.
Let's watch this. We'll fix this.
So we currently have nothing up to watch because it's shut down. It's really annoying. Did this reload?
Yeah, go to channels.
Okay.
And go down.
And there we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that was kind of loud.
We are family. It's my costume, Mr. G. Figure. Yeah. Looks good, man. Look good. Uh-oh, you just got pulled into the toilet. Or the closet. Nope, she's dead.
Okay then.
Jack, your kid's a Packers fan? No. My kid's just, like, he was a stalker. He's, like, hanging out outside the door trying to listen in. Observing stuff, Candice LeRae got attacked and dragged to a room where I assume they're beating the tar out of her. Yes.
Or they're just banging stuff against the door.
They're going to tar and feather her.
Bro, why is this so loud?
I don't know. I didn't notice it was that loud. Here, I can turn it down.
Cool.
That's funny, Jack. You said he's a cheesehead. You guys gotta watch Young Rock. I have been watching Young Rock, but I haven't watched it consistently. I like miss like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I catch up that way. I'm gonna put money on this. The Japanese wrestlers are being pushed right now because they're getting ready to start NXT Japan. Want to bet? Anybody? Anybody would throw out some bets there?
I don't know that I'd necessarily say that they're like getting pushed.
You got a champion in the cruiserweight division.
Has the belt.
You got have that Sare come in and she wins her first match.
That's right, but she was winning that match regardless.
Okay, but the point is like they're being pushed.
Okay.
Yeah, I made laughings. He needs to come out in a Back to the Future car.
Kushida!
What? He's like barefooted.
Oh, well that's different.
But he's still got the watch on.
So
that's the important thing.
Who's gonna challenge?
I don't know.
Neat. He was in the same ballpark. Cool. Blue lights are cool.
No bet, as I bet 25 pounds for the Patriots to win last season. I'm okay for bets now.
So now he's going to do an open challenge tonight. Cool.
I do.
Who's going to answer the challenge?
Ivan, I bet a shout out if you win. I will shoot you out and we'll raw stream. And if I win, you have to shoot me out.
Hey, Tony Larkin.
Yeah. The former NXT Tag Team Champion is now going for the Cruiserweight Champion.
Yeah, he was with Danny Burch, but Danny Burch got injured. So they couldn't...
Cruiserweight titles on the line. He's like Matt Riddle. Yeah. I just realized y'all didn't make a thumbnail for tonight. Well, we had a thumbnail and we had to restart our show. So I have to go back and put the thumbnail back on this one. Because we have 2 videos that were going. Because we had to stop because our internet was doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, it was really dumb.
So there is a thumbnail.
It's just not up.
It's just not on this particular video. He went from pants and shoes to underwear and barefoot. Yes. I think he told somebody, hey, if you don't want to wear a mask, I'm not going to wear clothes. Next week, he's going to be naked. Don't drink, don't smoke. What do? Good one, Jack. Good one.
Scott. Well, that was a...
Subtle innuendos follow.
That was a really weak, submission.
That's what I like about the man, too.
Changing up his style.
Those boots were cumbersome. Now
Being barefoot gives him a speed advantage rather than wearing shoes?
Yeah, well, he can kick harder. And it hurts your foot more.
I don't get...
Chris, how you doing? Now Kushida doesn't have boots. He's like looking like a job. He has no boots and he has no pants. Next week, he's going to show up naked. Yo, Jack, get Twitch. It's free, and you could get a shout-out from Mr. G. You could. If he comes out naked, I'm no longer watching NXT.
Oh, trying to get the submission, but...
Oni Lorcan scurried. Oh, whoa, that was wicked. Elbow to the face.
Oh. Splat, splat, splat. Kushida is rolling. Will he retain in this open challenge?
Will he? Will he or will he not?
He will.
Thoughts on Indy and Loomis? I love it, Chris. I love what they're doing with it.
I think it's funny.
I like the whole storyline. Now, where they're going with it, I don't know. Is Indy like doing this to like draw him in and like they're going to turn on him? And then he's really going to snap? Inquiring minds like mine, let him know. Jack, it was like when NFL kickers use no boots. Yes. Yes. Very similar.
Keep showing this advertisement.
Don't look, it gets scarier every time.
Yeah, no, I think not.
On April 30th.
I think not.
You two could have the bejesus scared out of you.
I think not.
All you have to do is watch this show.
Like I said, I think not. No.
They have a Mr. G emoji! Yes, they do. That is me. They took that from me. I said, okay, I don't care. Go ahead and use it. Loomis and Indy versus The Fiend and Alexa before Alexa turned. That would have been interesting. I'm sorry, Stanimal. Have a Snickers. You don't look like yourself.
Have a Snickers.
Jack, and in honor of that, I'm wearing no boots. Awesome. Awesome, Jack. But be careful, because you will stub your toe. Your cravings have been taken to new heights. Crispy potatoes inside of a warm tortilla. The beefy potato Rito. Yes, it does. Thank you for showing this again.
And in honor of that, I'm wearing no boots.
Yes.
Cool, Jack. Cool.
Thatcher versus Walter in a fight pit. That might be a good one. But I don't know. I just don't. Nothing will be as good as that Dragunov and Walter match. That match was crazy nuts.
Yeah, it was.
Ivan, Mr. G, guest wrestlers. King Kong Bundy.
The Rock.
Ryback. Can I stop guessing now? Andre the Giant.
The COVID vaccines are here.
I wonder who will finally beat Walter. Yeah, that's a good question. Jack, so without knowing, I left my iPhone speech to text on. I just sent the woman I'm dating the words, no, absolutely not. As said by Maven. Cool. Jack, I suppose it depends on what you're no, absolutely not answering to. Chris, I think Finn might finally challenge Walter. I think that'd be good. I think it'd be an interesting match. Observing stuff. This NXT is all right so far. Nothing crazy. No, I thought this has been a good show. Ivan, guess the wrestlers. Lucha House Party. Mrs. Gleen, yo, hello.
That's
Hi guys. Guess. Just dropped it. Huh?
I said that's a good guess.
Yeah. Hi guys, just dropped in to say your toddler is impossible. Mr. G won't sleep, won't sit to eat, won't let me watch NXT because he's leaving Cocomelon on while he runs room to room. I thought you were, Mrs. Gleen, I thought you were following what Jack said earlier with the don't drink, don't smoke, what do you do? Won't sleep, won't sit.
Kushida and Oni Lurkin is still going on.
Oh, nice shot to the chest.
Oni Lurkin is kind of eating him up. What was that?
That was an armpit. Like, he wanted him to smell his armpit, I think.
Like, it wasn't even room. Like,
the odor of the armpit killed him. Jack says, well, it's 2:24 here, so I hope she's sleeping heavy and wasn't woken up by my text. I hope so, Jack. Otherwise, she's going to go, no, absolutely not. I can name that tune in 5 notes. You could. Mrs. Gleen's good at that game.
Oh, man.
Mr. G, guess who this is? Lucha House Party, man.
Dude,
I bet it's one of his best.
Okay.
That was a blockbuster.
Why are you so slow, bro? No, we don't have a new champion.
I think he's hurt.
Who?
Lorcan. He just said something to the official.
He also might have just been like...
Or maybe he just said, you suck. Count faster. Slap me again, please. Jackson, I bet it's one of his best. Nope. He wrestles in Lucha Underground. I don't know, because I don't watch Lucha Underground.
Oh, what is happening?
Jack, otherwise she might put me on the naughty step on September 30th when the new Bond film is out. Yeah, she might.
Oh, and Lorcan is tapping out.
Lorcan just tapped out.
Well, well, well.
You give up? Yeah, because I don't watch Lucha Underground.
Kushida. Literally eating those chops. That was exciting. I think that was okay.
It was all good till he snapped. It's Joey Ryan. That was going to be my next guess, Ivan.
Larkin tapped out. Match is over. Kushida's still the champion. It's Legado del Fantasma. More specifically, Santos Escobar. I'm guessing the other two dudes are going to attack him from behind. Oh, there we go. There's Wild. There's Mendoza. And Santos Escobar.
La Familia.
It's all up to his old tricks.
Does Kushida have friends? Or does he have to fight them by himself?
He has to fight them by himself.
Or worse, block my Netflix and Star Trek Discovery Season 4 starts. That wouldn't be good, Jack. And I'm so into that show.
Quit. Oh, it's MSK. Came to save Kushida. Well, guess what we're getting next week? A six-person tag match.
Yep.
Next week, we're going to get a six-person tag match between Legado del Fantasma, MSK, and Kushida. Okay. Don't quite know what that was, but all right.
Well, he was thrown out of the ring, and he just hung on the ring apron just so he could take a butt to the head and be called a butthead. Okay. Ivan, he wears sunglasses in his entrance and licks lollipops and loves party. Gotcha.
It's Mercedes Martinez. Waiting for Raquel.
Yes. Yeah. Mamita. Is that proper Spanish? Anybody?
I don't know.
I don't know why Escobar is smiling. Me neither. Is Mamita proper Spanish? I'm thinking not. I mean, it could be.
So Mercedes Martinez said that she's going to take out Dakota and nothing's going to stand in the way of her getting the title.
Oh no, she might stop me going to WrestleMania 38. Yes, WrestleMania. By then it might be WrestleMania 38. Because that's next year. Let's play a game of chat. Mr. G has to guess who the wrestler's emoji is. Chris, Mercedes needs to stop talking if she wanted to make a statement. She also would have attacked Raquel. Also, Kai is jelly of Raquel because she is champ and not her. Yes, I agree with that. I think we're going to get a split there. Jack, I haven't done Spanish since 2000. I don't think Mamita is like anything. I think she just made that up. Which is okay. Maybe if I watch this show, I'll find out if Mamita works. Yep, probably if I'd watch that show, I'd find out if Mamita works.
His headphones are like really loud. I'll be back
The
again.
creamy.
Did you need anything?
And get me one of my bars.
Okay, does it matter what kind?
No.
Okay.
Mania 39, I'll be 21, so I will drink with Ant and Dom and Jack, Minnie and Mr. G. Interesting, Ivan. No, mamita means mom in Spanish as well, but it's just Spanish slang. That's what I thought. I didn't think it was actually, like, wasn't actually, like, Spanish. Was Taya on tonight, Monet? Yes, she was. Briefly. While hovering around today, I was bored. So bored, so I did Young Bucks pose. Jack, you killed me, man. Jack, you gonna meet me at Mania 39? Yes, Monet interrupted. Yeah, she did. And said she remembered watching Beth Phoenix as a kid. Jack will, at Mania 39, Jack will be 23. Hell yeah, I want to meet at 39. When you get a big deal, you feel like a big deal. Actually, I'll be old enough to run for president of the United States. Jack, you'll be old, man. 26. Ivan, Team Mr. G, how do you get a Team Mr. G emoji? You have to, like, subscribe to our channel, and then you would get a Team Mr. G emoji. Yep, 26. I knew it, Jack.
Here's this. Well, Candace looks happy.
Or I can make my own. You can do that too. Please don't check the Constitution to find out minimum age for president. We just said. Yeah. Does Evereyes ever fall? Yes. They do, John Lee. Tonight, they fall.
There's 3, not 4.
I kind of like this.
That's epic.
I kind of like the whole world domination thing. And it's like they were sent here by Walter. The Ring General Walter, yeah.
Emotion equals weakness. Robarte. Taking Evereyes out right in the beginning here.
That is me. I told you, John Lee, they were going to fall. I hope nobody's watching NXT for the first time. And when Imperium was standing there going, and the four of us. There's only 3 standing here.
But the 4 of us.
Yeah. Because they're going to go, that guy can't count.
That was fun. Oh, there's Killian Dane.
You hate Raw and NXT? Why?
So close yet so far. Well, I think hating Raw is understandable. There's Maverick.
Yeah, I get Raw. I only come to see my best friend, Mister G and Maven. Well, thanks, Ivan. NXT's good, though. This has been a good show. That was cool. I kind of like this whole thing of making them be, like, totally dominant. And they're looking for world... This makes me think, you know, the whole NXT Japan thing.
That's a nice uppercut. That's what it's called, right? Uppercut? It's uppercut. Yeah, yeah. That's what it's
NXT is not good. Is not good for me. I prefer AEW and Impact. NXT is the best thing that WWE's got going right now. I take that back. And the only reason I'm going to say this is because I haven't watched NXT UK in a while. But the last time I watched NXT UK, that was the best thing going.
Yeah.
But NXT right now, from what I've watched the last couple weeks, has been better.
Oh, it's Karrion Kross. And Scarlett staring down Kyle O'Reilly.
Well, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that. I'm kind of in a Beethoven vibe with Imperium's theme. Yeah, kind of. Kind of. What is the thing about the chat? I don't know. What's wrong with it?
Above the chat, this maybe?
Oh, the thing about the chat, that's our anybody that's subscribed to us, anybody
Donations.
our last gifted sub, our last sub, our last donation.
This is the main event.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's 8:40.
Sweet.
Best thing WWE has is NXT UK by a mile. I would say yes, but I would say that I would say that NXT has gotten closer. You know, just watching them the last couple weeks. Anthony, how you doing? What do you think? Realistically, Timothy Thatcher turns on Tommaso and joins Imperium, Mr. G, and Maven.
I think it could turn on Ciampa, but I don't think he's going to join Imperium. Well, I suppose he could.
That could be the whole, you know, the whole world domination thing. I mean, I can see it happening. I think it's funny that he brought, like, the same character into WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Just changed the name.
Yeah.
Probably because he said, dude, you're not getting my name. So when I leave here, then you can't have it. Mr. G, your thoughts on the AEW Blood and Guts match? It could be interesting. From what it looks like, it's going to be kind of a War Games type thing.
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
So it's going to be Tony versus Zoe next week. I would say yes, probably.
Oop, oop. Mortal Kombat. Sweet. This movie looks cool.
It does.
I don't even really know what Mortal Kombat is about. Never really played it, but it's a cool looking movie.
Watch someone get hurt in the Blood and Guts match. Possible? It's possible. Jack agrees that we'll probably get Tony versus Zoe next week. War games or war games.
Learned as you get stronger. These commercials are just top notch.
Yeah.
Top notch.
My money is on the Inner Circle to win. My money's on Mike Tyson to turn.
Your money is on Mike Tyson to turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Kushida and MSK are going to form a stable, or do you guys think it's not going to happen? I don't know if it'll happen right away, but I think eventually it could happen. James says Tony is jealous of Zoe. Yeah, probably. Mortal Kombat was a series of shock violent video games, which used to be great. They're trying to come back to a different audience, Jack. Just saying. Ivan agrees with Jack. James, y'all's thoughts on Zoe from what y'all learned from her tonight? I thought she was good.
She's a good wrestler.
It's a good match.
I just don't think she should have been paired up with Saray because I don't think that she needed to lose. But I don't think that Saray needed to lose either, so I think just putting them against one another was a dumb idea, but whatever.
Jack used to. Mr. G, did you guys see the Jake Paul fight?
Yes. Yes.
You mean like the joke? Yeah, I saw it.
Saw it. It was quite, funny.
Quite a joke.
Next week we're getting Dakota Kai versus Mercedes Martinez, and we are getting Bronson Reed versus Austin Theory, and if Bronson Reed wins, he gets a future North American Championship match. So, should be fun.
Yes, interesting.
Should be exciting. Oh, look at that! Next week we're also getting a 6-man tag team match between Legado del Fantasma and Kushida and MSK. Did I say that or did I say that?
You
I
said that.
Thank you.
I'm kind of glad, I left my stand and deliver thing up there because if you look at the thing they've they're kind of
similar.
Yeah.
It was a joke to you, but not to me. I support Jake Paul. Well, that's cool, but beating 3 people that are a bunch of nobody boxers, really,
when he fights my grandma, my grandpa, and my great-grandma, yeah, I'm going to say, okay, what a joke. Let him fight a real fighter and see what happens.
Yeah.
And not the Pillsbury Doughboy. Jack, I challenge Logan Paul to a duel. Anthony, since basically Impact Wrestling and AEW have a partnership, when do you think Impact decides to move to a major network like Paramount or TBS in the future? I think Access owns them, which is why they're on Access. I don't know if you saw, but Major League Wrestling is coming to Vice TV. And there are a lot of Impact wrestlers that are on Vice, or on Major League Wrestling.
Money, 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 money. Money, money, money.
He
money.
beat 4. The
Kevin
first one was a
Grimes.
towel stopped. Well, that's because they're all wimps. 3-0 against people he called himself. Called grandmas. Ring the bell! What kind of swim trunks? What kind of trunks are these? I was going to say swim trunks. Those trunks are cool. What if Cross and Scarlett had a celebration like Edge and Lita?
I like Kyle O'Reilly's gear. It looks cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Anthony, the whole partnership with AEW is pointless. That makes no sense to me. I think this. Here's where it makes sense. Omega talked about getting all the titles.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to take out Impact. And now with Major League Wrestling being put on a network, I think there's a possibility we could see Omega go after the Major League Wrestling champion. He called out Nate Diaz, giving him respect for putting a body on the line. Well, I could call out anybody I want to call out. I called out Mike Tyson one time, too. We never fought. And this was when he was in his prime. I was like, man, I could beat Mike Tyson. Take him out with one punch. Not exactly Ernie Shavers is my boy. Samoa Joe is going to AEW. That would not shock me. I could see him going some other places too. I shared the show, guys. Thanks, James. Appreciate that. John Lee, you talking about O'Reilly or Grimes, Mr. G? For the trunks? O'Reilly's trunks.
Of course, Grimes being a businessman.
Omega's a busy boy. He is.
Anthony says the reason he's asking if they're going to move to major networks like TBS or Paramount, net speakers. Not every cable company or satellite provider offers access TV, Mr. G. But they're live on Twitch all the time.
Yeah.
Their show's on Twitch all the time, and it's, like, free to watch it on there. So, it, like, people do have access to it. Now, granted, I mean, if they, you know, it's up to them to...
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that you could just put them out there anyway. I mean, I think that, I think you could see a Major League Wrestling, possibly a Ring of Honor type thing coming into this. Mm-hmm. Since he's talked about wanting all of the titles. And, and with, I lost my train of thought.
Mr. G's having a hard time
well,
he was watching the match and talk.
I think it kind of reminds me of old school wrestling, where you had the regional champions and things like that, and now you have, because it's not really region. I mean, it's regional to an extent, but they got a national following.
Yeah.
Mr. G, I called out LeBron James and he was scared of me. I don't blame him, Ivan. I'd be scared of you too. Chris, I wouldn't mind seeing Austin Aries versus Omega. Austin Aries used to be known as the title collector as well. I mean, that's just it. I think we could see some things happen. Omega will lose to Darby. Omega's not losing to Darby. Sorry. Omega was on Elevation, says Lewis. Yes, that's the good thing about that's the good thing about what they've done with Elevation and Dark. They have put their stars on there to try and draw people in. I believe the MLW champ is Leo Rush. I think that he holds a belt, but I don't think he holds the belt. I believe it's Hammerstone. And I'm going to say Alex Hammerstone, is that right?
I have no idea.
It's Jacob Fatu is the actual world heavyweight champion in Major League Wrestling, and Hammerstone has the national openweight championship.
Cool.
Leo Rush has the middleweight championship.
Cool. NXT is fun tonight. Yeah, I've thought it was a decent show so far. It's been good. Yeah. I think I like it better than last week's.
Yeah.
Did
just
you
had a few CBD. GIMME's all legal.
Did you see that the ratings for Raw yesterday?
No, I did not.
I believe it's 1.9. 1.9. Good God, I'm just gonna look it up. I think it was 1.9.
With New Japan basically having a monopoly for wrestling in Japan specifically, do you think it's going to be hard for WWE in the future push into that market to open a performance center, guys? I think it'll be a challenge, but they're bringing enough wrestlers over here that I think they could probably open something up and be okay, just because it's WWE.
1.9 million.
Interesting.
That's what Raw did.
I'm shocked it was that many.
Yeah, me too.
Generally, Vince didn't have his eyes on Samoa Joe, but instead he has his eyes on a Samoan named Joe. Yes. Rush is a lightweight. Hammerstone is a middleweight. Oh, I was close. Actually, Hammerstone is an open weight champion, and Rush is the middleweight champion. The third Uso, Jacob Fatu.
Gotta lay it all out there. The final bonfire on Temptation Island. I'm not gonna stand for that anymore. I'm concerned. Cool. Why do people watch this show? Like, why do people watch Temptation Island? Like, I don't understand it. Do you really have nothing better to do with your life than watch Temptation Island?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's been renewed. It's like in its third season or something.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why are people watching this garbage? NXT, 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 NXT. This is awesome.
This is awesome. The Usos are his cousin, John Elite. Anthony, is dead brain stuff to take people's mind off politics and the stuff that's happening in the world? Maven, that's what Temptation Island is. Yeah, I don't watch it.
I don't either. I don't really.
James says, I think Cross is going to come out. Possible.
Maybe.
We could possibly see Cross.
You can see O'Reilly grabbing at his neck. He might be straight back on the shelf after
He
this
is going to be straight back on the shelf. Jack, Temptation Island is a cheap to make and draws in viewers, despite the fact it's worse than the end to loss combined with Raw.
I watch it, Maven. I like drama.
James, I'm sorry. I feel bad for you. Back, by the way, took recycling out. Good, Jack, good. Glad to have you back.
This is fun. Oh, that was a fun knee to the midsection. Knee to the midsection. Oh, camera grab swings and he misses. Kicks, slaps, knees, kicks. Oh yeah. Kyle O'Reilly, like I said earlier, he's just so good. He's such a good wrestler. It's so fun to watch him. Oh, to the corner.
Anthony, I'm not sure if you remember the Jersey Shore Mr. G. That's why Temptation Island. It's supposed to be for USA Network. Yeah, I remember Jersey Shore. It was like, I don't know. I didn't watch it either. Drama as in The West Wing, or drama as in that cold garbage? The West Wing is definitely probably better than that cold garbage.
Dude.
That's a nice kick.
You like...
I like how Grimes
held
sold
the
it.
ropes.
He found the hidden gas tank. Good thing he found it before he made it explode. That wouldn't have been good.
And... Oh. O'Reilly is looking for another submission. Cameron Grimes desperately struggling.
He's going to sleep!
Oh. It's quite a knee strike, man. Grimes is somehow able to counter. And he kicks out at 2.
Kicks out at 2.
Okay, but wait a second. Why is the Way being granted another shot at the tag team titles?
I don't know.
Didn't they just lose?
Yeah.
Like, and already, they're having to run stuff back because they don't have enough tag teams.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why they should have just done the one set of belts.
This is a great match. It's a good match, James. I think it's a good match. I like Grimes. Are they burying Dexter Loomis? That's burying Dexter Loomis. That's why he lost to Eli tonight, Mr. J. I think it's probably going to tie into his.
No, I think it has to do with the Indy story because
I was gonna say it ties
he's
into that story.
distracted by Indy. Oh.
Nice slam. West Wing is probably better. Oh, Mr. G, it's the best show I have ever seen, except for season 5.
Kicks. Oh, forearm to the face of O'Reilly.
Forearm to the face.
Oh, knee to the
knee to the belly.
Oh, you missed. Oh, kick. I love when he does that. Oh.
Well, that was cool.
Yeah, that was wicked. That gravity-defying slam. Where on earth does he pull that from? I don't know. Somewhere?
His butt cheeks.
Season 5 deserves a place in hell.
Observer says this is a good match. This is definitely a good match. Oh, kick to the face. Went for the suplex. Swing and a miss. Oh, kick to the face.
Did he slap his leg?
Oh, look.
He went through the bottom rope.
Yeah, that was cool.
Generally goes to the middle rope. Oh. Combination offense from O'Reilly. Woo, splat. Brain buster.
That's it.
Nope, going for the top. Going to the top.
O'Reilly versus Cesaro. That'd probably be a good match.
Oh.
That's it.
1,
Good night.
2, 3. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Kyle O'Reilly won.
Anthony, Mr. G, have you watched any other reviews of the old shows like Magna P.I., MacGyver, and Hawaii Five-0 that's on CBS has done the past few years? Any of the remakes of the old shows? I have not watched the remakes of the old shows. I saw part of MacGyver. But I have never watched the whole show of it. John Moxley used to do that rebound lariat in WWE. Now I'm watching Temptation Island.
Cool.
And now the USA Original Series.
And now we're not.
Temptation Island. Previously on Temptation Island.
Sorry, I shut it off. Well, guys, NXT. Here, you can have these.
Oh, thanks, man. I don't need them. I can hear without them. I already got a pair on. Good show. Good show.
So yeah, hey, what's up? That's epic. So yeah, sorry, I
You're moving stuff around on our screens and I can't keep up.
I'm sorry.
So what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. Oh man, I was gonna open that, but then I didn't.
Yeah, you were like lost.
That
or
was
something.
why I was
Jeez,
moving
man.
it, because I was gonna open it.
Yeah.
So yeah, NXT tonight. I don't think it was a bad show.
No, and you know, we'll kind of go through this and tell what we liked and what we didn't like. We had Cole O'Reilly Kyle O'Reilly comes to the ring and does a promo in a fedora and a jean jacket. I thought it was a cool new look.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
The idea of him changing his gimmick and changing his look, I think, is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what he needs to try and break away from the whole Undisputed Era type, gimmick that he was with before.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. He says that he's found his killer instinct, and he tries to determine what championship he's going to go after. But Cameron Grimes interrupts him and tried to pitch Kyle a whole bunch of things. We should be a team, money, and you can make an NFT of you and sell it for a lot of money and all this stuff. And Kyle O'Reilly's like, oh, really? I never thought of that. Wow, what a genius idea. And then he's like, well, actually, I'm cleared. I have a match tonight, and I saw my opponent around here somewhere, and he's looking around, and then he puts his glasses on and goes, oh, it's you.
And then punches him.
Punch in the face.
I thought this was a good way to start the show. I loved how Grimes is trying to be his friend, and O'Reilly's just kind of playing him the whole time.
I liked it too. Like I said, I think Kyle O'Reilly is very charismatic. I think he knows how to play to the crowd. I think he's super over. He's a good wrestler, and I don't understand why it took them this long to finally give this guy a big spot on the show.
Well, I think the big reason is because you had Adam Cole, and
I'm sure that's a lot of it. Yeah,
leader of the Undisputed Era.
But I think
that some of those guys took a backseat. This is why I wonder, with last week's, with Roderick turning in his resignation.
If it was,
what does it mean?
If it was just NXT, or if it was Undisputed Era, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that
Hey, dude, Zendo.
I'm really glad that he's getting this spot now, because he is so good, and I think he deserves it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he definitely deserves it. And like I said, this was interesting. It was, I think this was done really well to kind of change his whole gimmick and to tie him in with Grimes. I think because I love Grimes. I love what Grimes does.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've hated him and stuff, but I think that the guy is awesome at what he's doing, what he's done.
I liked more what I saw tonight than what he was previously doing, because the previous thing was sort of this cowboy, I don't really know what the whole gimmick was.
But he's still doing the same gimmick. He's just
but
instead of going after, doing the whole thing he was doing.
But it's not the same gimmick though, because they switched it up and they did this whole thing with money, and it was after the whole GameStop thing or whatever, and they sort of wrote that into his storyline as being super rich now because he put a lot of money in stocks or whatever. So I like what they've done with it. I like the sort of change in Cameron Grimes, I suppose, because like you said, I wasn't a huge fan of him before. And I do, I like what they're doing with him.
Yeah.
So.
Jack says, solid, a really good show. Anthony, are they teasing Kyle versus Cross at the next feud? I would say yes. That is what they're doing.
I would say yes.
James says, awesome show tonight. Clark, I won't be surprised when Lesnar comes back if him and Roman team up and they will win both world titles and be tag champs. They will be similar to Austin and Triple H in 2001. I don't think that's how it's going to go down. I don't think it's going to happen that way.
Mr. G said.
Zandel, how was NXT? I went out to a Chinese restaurant and just got home. It was a good show. If you get a chance to watch it because I thought it was pretty solid. Jack, don't forget to subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Hit the like button. Mr. G said to China, change his gimmick. Hey, man, when you got this thing in your ears, it's good games. Hey, my comments are considered spam. Please check your inbox on in. I'm a part of the bigger wrestling commentary channel, Joe List Wrestling 2. We have around 1,200 subs. Are you interested in collabing with us? Possibly. That's weird. Why'd I block that? That's kind of interesting.
Probably because it's promoting something, and we have stuff set up so it doesn't promote.
Yeah, that's probably it. I'm guessing. Send me, let's see here. Keep talking about this show.
Okay. So after this we had Saray, who arrived at the CWC, and Zoe Stark comes out, introduces herself, and says that she'd like to face Saray tonight. So it's made official. They are going to fight each other. We got this LA Knight promo. He talked about Dexter Loomis and how he sucks. And then we got LA Knight versus Dexter Loomis. And part of this match cut out on our our
That GUI Games that has all of our information on it. Let's see here. Sorry, my Instagram. All of our information's listed there. Just send me a DM and I'll check it out.
So LA Knight versus Dexter Loomis missed part of this match. Why did that light get brighter all of a sudden? That also might have just been my eyes being weird. I don't know. Yeah, part of this match cut out. Our feed cut out, so we didn't, like, there's a small portion of it that I didn't see, but it was a good match from what we saw of it.
Yeah.
And, it ended after Indy came out and was like, Dexter, and distracted him. And, then LA Knight got the win.
Again, this is another good match. I kind of like what they're doing. I love the whole LA Knight. Eli Drake is being used the same way he was used before.
Mm-hmm. Just
only instead
LA
of
Knight.
Eli Drake,
He's
it's
LA Knight.
LA Knight.
Yeah. So I think they're doing I like what they're doing with Indy and Dexter a lot. I like what they're doing with them. I like the entire thing around it. It makes me dislike the Garganos more because they're trying to, like, keep them apart. So, like, if that's the purpose of it, is for us to, like, really hate the Garganos and the way, then, like, cool. You've achieved that because you are making people mad by... Candace and Johnny are making people mad by continuously trying to get Indy away from Dexter, and everybody wants to, like, see Indy and Dexter, like, together.
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So I think ultimately, if they continue down this path, I'm sure that the Garganos will become some of the most hated people on NXT.
I'm sure they will, but I like again, it's like you said, I like.
It's a really interesting way of doing it because it's not even them really doing anything to, like, be bad guys. It's just them, like, keeping Indy away from Dexter, and everybody wants to see the Indy Dexter thing.
Yeah.
And so, by default, it's just making them the bad guys.
Yeah, I agree, and you know, I kind of like what they're doing with it. I like the whole idea of them working to try and keep Indy away, trying to keep her within their group.
Yeah.
And trying to keep Loomis away because he's some weirdo, strange dude that they don't even have a part of. So I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll be curious to see where they go with this.
Absolutely.
You know, down the road.
Absolutely.
Just posted on Discord fantasy booking section. I'll check it out, John Elite. James, off topic, guys. How do you all feel about New Amsterdam show? I have not watched it, James.
Never seen it.
It's a good hospital drama with a great Doctor Who companion. Interesting. John L, do you think Indy Hartwell is going to get caught up in Dexter Loomis? She's going to leave the way. I don't know what they're doing with this. I mean, this is the one thing I will say is she trying to lure him in so they can destroy him?
Well, that's the question. Is she really
or does she really like him?
I mean, that's the question.
That's
the million-dollar question that everybody wants to know the answer to.
Yeah. Lewis says, I like that you guys keep pretty much your stream family-friendly, classy. We try, Lewis. I have little eyes outside of this room that will watch our show, and they watch our chat. And so, you know, trying to keep it family-friendly because...
Keep it clean.
I've got 4 kids younger than her that will check our streams out and can read. So, yeah. They're cool. They are cool, Jack. We try to... I'm assuming you're talking about us, Jack. We try to be cool. I don't know how cool we are, but we try to be. So, yeah. So then we had Maven typing on her phone.
Sorry, Mrs. G made me a
her food is ready.
Made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I didn't get the message that it was ready.
So then we have a Leon Ruff promo. I call him Toothpick. He's beating on lockers and talking about standing over Swerve Scott, slamming into lockers, things like that. So he wants to fight Swerve Scott again. Then we have an Io Shirai interview with Beth Phoenix. Beth shows her a video of losing the championship. Basically, Io says, "Man, I didn't like getting slammed like that. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Lola Star, how you doing? Great to have you here. And I didn't like it. And so she ends up getting interrupted by Frankie Monet. And she introduced herself to Io and Beth. Monet suggests that while Io is gone, that Frankie Monet will take her place at the top of the women's division. And Io said, Monet is talking about, has her dog in her arm. And then she starts speaking Japanese. And Of course, I couldn't understand her. Maybe somebody else could understand what she was saying. And then she said, I like cats. And then walked away. So I don't know. Then we get Grizzled Young Veterans versus Breezango. Excellent match. I thought this was a good match. Breezango starts out. They have wearing their British. They have a British. Jack, you can help me out with this because I don't know exactly. Is the British Royal Guard? Is that what they are? I don't know what they're called. But they were wearing those outfits, and they started the whole show out with that, or started their match out with that, wearing those. And I was like, okay, somebody British is coming out. At first I said Imperium. And then it was the Grizzled Young Veterans that come out. Again, a good match.
That was good. I like what they did. I thought when Drake Maverick and Killian Dane came out, I thought that was really funny because Drake was like, let me at him. Killian was like, dude, calm down. And he had him with like one arm and was like, what's
it's like the little kid trying to run into like the candy store and trying to get candy and the dad picking him up going, come on. Don't go in there. Just stay away. So yeah, that was good. And then we have Indy Hartwell backstage trying to do an interview. The Royal Guard or Beef Eaters. See, I knew it was something like that. Well, not the Beef Eaters. I didn't know that.
I really like
but I knew the Royal Guard.
The dynamic of Killian Dane and Drake Maverick.
Yeah.
I think it works out really well. Like at first, I was kind of like, like I don't know how I feel about it. But after watching it, more and like seeing their stuff and like their theme is really funny. It's very like happy and like, kids cartoonish, but it's like Killian Dane comes out to it. Yeah. And it's really funny. So I like the dynamic of the two of them, and I think it works. Like Maverick sort of being this
goofy guy,
over the top small dude, and then you have Killian Dane who's like this monster that is the complete opposite of Drake Maverick.
I like how when he doesn't want like Drake Maverick to do something, he just kind of knocks him over.
I know he just like throws him out of the ring. Like that's the thing though, is like they're such opposites, but it works perfectly. Like, they are exact opposites of one another, and it works, and it's really entertaining to watch.
It is entertaining. It's good. Good games. I have no clue why the Grizzled Young Veterans remind me of the Vaudevillains. I don't know. I don't see it.
I don't either. But that's okay. I think the Grizzled Young Veterans says they're Grizzled Young Veterans.
I just feel that the Vaudevillains were more of it seemed like more of a puppet type. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like kind of a jokey, puppety, like old
time
puppet type thing.
Yeah, their video was in black and white.
I think I just see them being a little bit different. Mm-hmm. Johnny Lee, I think they're either that or they're Queen's Guard. Yeah, Queen's Guard's the other one I could have thought of. Wear hats made out of bears and wear dark trousers only so they can pee themselves, says Jack. Jonelle, I love how Indy Hartwell walked away from Candice LeRae and she didn't even realize she walked away. Yep. It happens.
So, Indy Hartwell backstage. She's getting asked questions about Dexter. Candice and Johnny and Theory don't like that. So, the Way comes up and is like, what kind of an interview are you? What kind of questions are you asking? We are not talking about this, okay? Not at all. Back off. And then Bronson Reed came up and was like, what do you got against love, bro? Like, come on, man. I'm gonna beat you up again. Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
Like, and so he wants a match with Johnny. So he's got to go through Austin Theory to get
Well, that's because Austin Theory made the match.
Yeah. So he's got to go through Austin Theory, and if he beats Austin Theory, he gets a shot at the North American Championship.
Well, then Johnny's like questioning the whole thing.
He's like,
why?
What, huh? What did you do that for?
Yeah.
He's like, you've been beaten by him before, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Good games. I'll never understand how Samoa Joe got released and Aleister Black didn't. I would have taken Joe over him any day without a single second thought. Hope where Joe goes, he's a champ, though. I think that
I think losing either of them would have been a giant mistake for the company. I'm surprised Aleister Black didn't get released. Just based upon what happened with Zelina a couple months ago. And they've kept him off TV, like, since then. And they haven't done anything with him. And they've shown no sign of doing anything with him. Not because of anything that he did. but they just didn't have anything. I think he's fabulous. I think he's got such a unique gimmick. He's so different from everybody else that they have on the roster, and I think it works. And it's really cool to watch.
I think that probably Joe I'm not so sure Joe didn't ask for his release. And I know we'll find out. In 90 days, we'll find out more about a lot of these wrestlers and exactly what went down.
I can't see WWE just saying, "Oh, we're releasing Samoa Joe." I think he had to have asked for his release and wanted out to be able to get released. I don't think that they would have just gone, "Oh, Samoa Joe, we're gonna fire him."
Well, I think there's a couple things. He might have wanted to wrestle, and they were like, "No, we're not gonna let you wrestle, but we'll keep you on commentary." And he was like, "No, I don't want to do that. I want to wrestle."
Could have been that.
So I think we could see something like that. Mm-hmm. You know, and again, we'll have to wait some time here to find out exactly what happened and what transpired. I know Tucker's ready to talk.
Jericho invited him on his podcast.
Yeah, he said...
He said open invite, dude.
Yeah, and
you want to talk?
I think after 90 days, he's going to talk.
Yeah. I think so, too.
Because he said it's only a matter of time before he's tweeted out things. It's only a matter of time before I tell my story, so... I think the indie is going to be smitten with this Dexter Loomis. Lewis loves the reenactment. We try, Lewis.
Thanks.
Jack, actual fact, they pee themselves on duty regularly. They are equivalent to in the U.S. would be the guards who guard the tomb of the unknown soldiers. Yeah, that would suck, though, man. I just couldn't do it.
Do you like 2014, 2016 Architect Seth Rollins or current Messiah Rollins? I like the Architect Seth Rollins. I think more specifically like 2014. Like, I think that 2014 was such a good year for him, and I think that it just, like, it really helped him grow as, like, a performer and a character because he went from being, like, with the Shield, and, like, the Shield were sort of bad guys-ish, but not, like, really, though, to then, like, turning his back on the Shield, and that whole thing, like, so I think it was just such a big career, like, turning point for him. Which is why I like it so much, because I think it's like his best work that he's ever done.
And I'm gonna go with Messiah Seth Rollins. But I like Messiah Seth Rollins, but I think WWE screwed it up.
I don't like what they've done with it. I think what I wanted when they turned him heel again was like the 2014 Seth Rollins, because I mean it was just so good. I really enjoyed it. Like everything about it. Like I just thought it was so cool. You know, like he was such a bad guy, and he was working with the Authority, and everybody hated the Authority, but, like, I thought he was cool. And I thought what they did with him was really cool.
Yeah.
And, like I said, I think it was some of his best character work. I think he, he did so much great stuff during that run. The Messiah run, not a big fan of it. I feel like it's, 90% of it was a feud with the Mysterio family. And I don't dig it, man.
It was, and that's the part, you know, I love the character. I love what they could have done with him.
It's just the problem that they didn't.
It's how they booked him and how they used him. But the character, I think he did an excellent job with the character with what they were given to him. Mm-hmm. And I think if they had, like, stepped out of what they were doing, I think that his character was awesome to go wherever he wanted to go with it, just because of what he was doing. Mm-hmm. But it's like you said, they had him in with the Mysterio
family
for
like 9 months. Like literally, like.
So yeah. Lewis digs Aleister Black. Johnny Lee, have you all heard they were shooting vignettes for Aleister Black's return a couple days ago? Yes.
He put up a video on Instagram.
Yes.
Did you see it?
I did not see it, but I did hear about them, that he is filming and stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully Van Lee interviews them all. Crazy Suit Seth, says Jack. Zandel, can I go back to 2016-18 NXT when it was the best show? Zandel, I will say this. The last 2 weeks we've watched, it has been a lot better than what it was prior to us just switching to AEW and just doing AEW.
Yeah, I agree.
Good games. I do have to go because I have to film a stupid video for my channel. I texted you everything on Instagram. Have a great night, and I look forward to the next stream. Thank you. We appreciate you stopping in. I'll take a look at that here in just a little bit.
What if it was Roman who turned on the Shield instead of Seth when they first broke up? Well, I mean, they could have gotten a Roman heel turn out of it then.
Yeah.
But I don't think that... I don't know. I think that's really tough because I think a lot of what happened to Seth was because of that heel turn. and because of how good it was. And I mean, obviously, you know, he had like his big championship thing with Lesnar, and I'm sure you could have done the same thing with Roman, but I don't think that Seth would be in the place that he's in right now if he hadn't turned heel. Because I think that they always thought that Roman was the guy.
Yeah.
And so I think that if they hadn't done what they did with Seth, I don't like think Seth would be as big as he is right now.
Well, I think it probably allowed him to break away and do something different rather than having Roman break away and trying to have Seth.
And I think, but I think that everybody knew that Roman was going to break away anyways at some point in time because, like I said, WWE always looked at him as the guy. Like, I think WWE always looked at him as like the guy in the Shield.
Yeah.
Which is why I think that having Seth turn and do his whole thing, I think that was the better choice of the two because everybody already knew that they were going to do something with
Well, I think
Roman.
it probably catapulted Seth into a bigger spotlight where the other way would have just squashed him.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think if Seth hadn't been the one to turn heel, he would not be in the spot that he's in right now with being as big as he is.
Yeah. Jay and Seth is turning back face soon. I think it's when Becky returns. Well, I think probably it's going to happen when him and Roman face each other.
Which I would say SummerSlam.
So I think, you know, it's going to happen. It's going to be because him and Roman will face one another.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's too much of this, I run this place, and Roman talking about him being the head of the table to not to have them face off against each other down the road.
Mm-hmm. And right now they're doing that thing with Cesaro, and Cesaro just did that thing with Seth.
Yeah.
And so you have Seth, Cesaro, Roman.
Yeah.
I think they're all gonna sort of come together at some point in time.
Lewis says, peace, gooey. Zandela, Seth said in an interview with Ryan Satin that, Satin. How do you say it?
Satin.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I call him Satan.
I sometimes switch the T and the I.
It doesn't matter. Satan.
I don't know how I read it as Satan because, like I said, I switch the T and the I. And so I read it weirdly.
That he thinks that Ray's feud was too long and he didn't really like the I for an I ending. Yeah, I can see that. Volterra Kings Island has Dolph Ziggler shirts for sale in the 80s inspired store. It was random and weird. I took a double take while walking by. And how many did you buy, Volterra? Did you walk by and go, let me have that one? Wait, that's not enough. Let me have another one. As you just kept on walking. Jack, okay, it's late. I'm off. Good night, everyone. A pleasure. Thanks, Jack, for sticking around. We enjoy having you here. Have a good one. Good night.
Bye. Sorry.
So, what are we up to? Oh, the NFT with Cameron Grimes. That was pretty cool. Talking about how he'd won this NFT off of some site. I don't remember what the site was. But he had won the auction, and
last minute he got outbid.
Yeah.
By none other than
Ted DiBiase.
If they actually bring Ted DiBiase around and they do a storyline with the two of them, I'd be down for that.
The $1 Million Man.
I would be down for that. I'd be down for Ted DiBiase coming back to show up to do something with Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, apparently the $1 Million Man made a offer that wherever this place was couldn't refuse.
I think it would be really cool if they did something like that. So we then had Saray versus Zoe Stark. This was a good match. I thought it was good. I think Zoe Stark. Okay, actually, I think it was stupid to do this match. Actually,
no, I think it's good.
I like the match.
I'll tell you why.
I like the match, but I think it was dumb to do this because I think that neither Zoe or Saray needed to lose. I think that if we're trying to build both of them up, I don't necessarily think they should have fought each other because they've been trying to build them up. And, like, Saray is a stupid wrestler, but they've been building Zoe. So I think that it made no sense for them to do that. But they did the whole, like, Zoe got attacked by Tony, which is cool. Sort of going back on what they did at TakeOver, then a match on the pre-show, which I did not see. Tony Storm and Zoe Stark, that happened there, so sort of continuing that, which is cool. So, yeah, I think we're just going to continue that.
I like what they're doing with this. Simply because, here's the thing. You have two faces that everybody likes that are together.
Mm-hmm.
I think down the road what you're going to see is one of them is going to turn. But I think right now they're going to help each other for like a common cause, the common goal.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to help each other out. And down the road, we're going to see one turn on the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's not going to be, the gloves are off and it's not going to be, we're friends. It's going to be, I'm going to tear your throat out. And I think that, which is why I don't mind this. This is a storyline I think is good. I think it's one of those things that, it's a good way to head down, you know, with two fairly new wrestlers in NXT.
Yeah.
And I like this, so I didn't have an issue with it. Zandella, Ted said in an interview that he was contacted by WWE to do this, but they held it back. Well, maybe they unleashed it now, Zandella.
Well, maybe they held it back because of, like, COVID and stuff.
Yeah, it could have been.
Or, like, we just had WrestleMania, so they were trying to focus on, like, TakeOver or whatever, and so they were just waiting. I would say probably more so COVID, though, because they didn't want to, like, bring him in and have Ted DiBiase get COVID and die, you know?
Yeah, that'd be bad.
I mean, he could still show up to the show, get COVID, and die, but, you know what I mean?
I do have some COVID news at the end of this when we're done, so we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Just remind me.
Okay, I don't know what this COVID news is.
Generally, I know. It's a secret.
I have no idea.
Generally, maybe they do a big money type match. Possible. WWE hired a new lead. Interesting. For NXT, apparently, because Raw sucks. So then we have Raquel and Dakota backstage. I have a feeling we're going to have a split here eventually. Because Dakota's going to get sick of hearing Raquel talk about her being the champion. And
Raquel, she said, Mercedes wants a title shot. Okay, that's great. But she says that all the people can line up in the women's division and she's going to knock them all down. I think she's going to go through everybody. And then I think Dakota's going to be the last one standing and go, hey, you said you're going to go through everybody. What about me? And she's going to get a match and she's going to beat Raquel for the championship.
I think
and Raquel's going to be real mad about it.
We could be headed that way.
And then they're going to split up. And then Raquel can go after the title again, I suppose, and they can continue the feud.
Well, I was going to say, instead of having we could have, like, where Regal says, okay, the two of you have been working together in cahoots. Now you're going to have a match against each other. You
could have that, and that could sort of start the friction or whatever. So, yeah, that's how I think that's going to go, is Dakota's ultimately going to get a title shot sometime soon, and after Raquel goes through everybody. We then have Candice, who tries to confront Ember and Shotzi.
She was taken behind the woodshed and beaten.
She
was just taken into a locker room and beaten.
She was talking to them. Indy was there. Indy disappeared, and then Candice proceeded to get the crap kicked out of her.
Yep.
So we then have Kushida's Open Challenge. It's accepted by Oni Lorcan.
By the way, Kushida has lost the pants. He's lost the shoes. He's no longer Marty McFly.
Kushida versus Oni Lorcan for the Cruiserweight Championship. I thought this was a good match. I like this.
Yeah, I thought this was good, and I liked the way it ended. I loved the fact that you had Legado del Fantasma come out.
Yeah.
And attack. They attacked Kushida, and MSK come out to help out with to help Kushida. Mm-hmm. And we've set up a match for next week with MSK and Kushida versus
Legado del Fantasma.
Yes.
Super, super exciting. We then have a Mercedes Martinez promo. And she talks about Raquel still being in Dakota's shadow. But she says that she's going to take Dakota out so that nothing can stand in between them. So she can get her title match. So I'm assuming the next title match that we're going to see is probably Raquel and Mercedes.
That's my guess.
I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah. That's that, and I think that Mercedes fighting for the title will be fine. The way backstage, Candice
looked terrible.
Yeah.
They could have made her look worse but
they could have, but
they had her shirt like tore or something. I mean, it was like she comes in and they go, "You look bad."
Well,
I'm like,
she had like lipstick smeared on her face, and she had like her eyeshadow was all like sort of like had been running, like she was like crying.
I'm like, dude, they didn't even do anything.
But
to her. What are you talking about? She was bad.
There's like nothing to it though.
Like if they would have in real life, if someone would have pulled you inside a locker and like wanted you there, they would have like went, let me smear your mascara. Oh, your lipstick. Let me.
They could have made it look a little better.
You know?
Yeah, but whatever.
Oh, let's hear. Oh, there you got a little tear in your shirt. Like, dude, like.
Effects is not
have her come out and look like she just got beat up. You know?
Effects are not their forte.
Well, I guess not, but don't like make it a big. Well, you look really bad. Your shirt's tore.
If I was there, she would have looked better. But
what?
You know, whatever.
Are you kidding me? Like you couldn't come up with something better than that? Seriously? And they could have filmed it. You know? It could have been pre-filmed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why they need a Maven as their makeup artist.
Yeah, they need someone
good
because
God, they
like,
don't know what the crap they're doing.
There's nothing to it.
Between Candace looking like she didn't get the crap kicked out of her, Randy Orton and his tinted Vaseline for burns. The only good special effects stuff that they had recently was the stuff with the feet. Because people that work for WWE didn't do the special effects.
Yep.
So not that their makeup people suck or whatever, because they don't. I mean, they do some like fire looks, but the special effects stuff is not it. It's not it. If you don't know how to do it, don't do it at all, because it just looks bad.
Yeah.
Like, it just looks bad.
I've never seen you matter over Randy Orton's burns. There was nothing drastic in that. No, nothing. There was like nothing. There was nothing there. I was like, this is stupid.
It was.
When is Tegan returning? I don't know.
They could have given her a black eye.
Yeah.
Bloody nose.
Yeah. They could have done something. A lot better than they did. Lewis says, hell yeah, Maven working for WWE FX. She could do a lot better.
I could.
I've seen her stick a card through her face, so...
Twice.
Yeah.
I've done that twice.
Yeah. One went through it around.
One was in my eyeball, and one
Yeah.
was, yeah. I had two separate things I did.
Yeah.
So
then we have...
that didn't work.
I wouldn't throw it in there.
Well, I was just putting it in here for now, because I didn't feel like going to the kitchen.
Then we have Imperium against Evereyes. Evereyes kind of took an Everfall, which is kind of expected. I love the whole thing. Like, before, if you're new to NXT and you had not been watching and you had no idea about anything, and you got Imperium sitting there and they're in this screen and they're going, and the four of us are going for global annihilation.
There were three of them in the video.
Like somebody news going, huh? What?
There's three guys there. There's three guys.
1, 2,
Four?
Someone doesn't know how to count.
Oh man, it doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense.
Well, I think they just need to explain it. Hey, Walter's
not here. Dumb.
So yeah. Generally, WWE needs someone like Tom Savini or Maven.
Well, they have at least Bray has got people that have worked with Tom Savini on like his team, of making his good masks and bloody black liquid goop stuff.
Yes.
At least
the bloody black liquid goop stuff.
That's how you know it was them, because it was so much better than the crap we get like from WWE.
Yeah.
It's totally different, bro.
Yeah, you can tell the difference.
Tinted Vaseline, dude's face torn up and burnt.
Yeah.
Tinted Vaseline, dude's face torn up and burnt. Two different things.
Yeah.
Like, not even close.
No.
Not even close.
So Imperium defeats Evereyes. I thought this was an okay match. I mean, I kind of expected what happened to happen.
Yeah.
It wasn't like...
It was cool.
Yeah.
I don't really know the point of Everest, honestly. I feel like they've been with WWE for a hot minute, and they've done nothing.
Well, because it's a cool name, and it's a team that they can stick out there, and everybody goes, man, maybe
Who are they?
Maybe this week Evereyes gets a win. Nope.
Maybe this week.
Not happening.
Man. So yeah, Imperium won.
Lewis likes Abaddon's makeup. Yeah, I wonder how long it takes her to get made up. Like, I wonder how realistic. I wonder how long it takes her to do her stuff. Because if she's doing this 3 times a week or something, and spending 3 or 4 hours a day doing it, that'd just be nuts.
I mean, it's pretty wicked.
Yeah.
It's mostly like paint, though.
Well, it is, but you still have to put it on.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's fairly simplistic compared to other stuff. I guess the lines and such might take some time to make it look right.
Yeah,
but,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I feel like the major thing about it is once she gets the contacts in, it looks cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know, whatever. It's cool.
Well, yeah.
But it's cool. It's cool paint.
Yeah.
It's neat looking.
It is neat looking.
So
I think it's pretty cool.
That's cool. So what do we have after this? Oh yes, Kyle O'Reilly. He comes face to face with Karrion Kross. Nothing happened.
No, nothing happened. But this was a cool way to set up something down the road.
I think so too.
Just the stare down as he's coming to the ring, I thought was good. the whole idea of setting everything up was good.
Mhm.
And so I'm curious to see where they go with this.
You know what I'm thinking is happening next week or the week after? Adam Cole's coming back. He's going to beat up Kyle O'Reilly. He's going to say, I want Karrion Kross too. And we are going to get Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and Karrion Kross in a triple threat match at the next pay-per-view. That's what I think we're getting. I don't think it's going to be Kyle O'Reilly and Karrion Kross. I think Adam Cole's going to be thrown in there too.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that the Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly thing is done based on the way they did it last week with the hospital thing.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't think we're done with that. I just don't think Adam Cole's around right now. I think that we're going to continue that. We're going to throw Karrion Kross in there. Karrion Kross is going to beat both of them. Probably. Maybe. Maybe Kyle O'Reilly gets a win because he pins Adam Cole. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, triple threat, that's where my money's at this point in time. And that's where I think they're going with it.
Yes.
So, yeah. Next week we're getting Austin Theory versus Bronson Reed. If Bronson gets the win, he gets a North American Championship match against Johnny Gargano. We're getting Dakota Kai versus Mercedes Martinez, and we're getting Kushida and MSK versus Legado del Fantasma.
Yes.
Should be decent. And then we get the main event, Kyle O'Reilly versus Cameron Grimes. I like this match.
Yes, good match.
O'Reilly's finisher, finally a good finisher. Yeah, observing stuff. I like his finisher too. I think it's different. It's like the knee drop off the top rope or whatever. I think it's cool. Not a lot of people do it. If anybody, I don't know that I've ever seen anybody else do it. But you know, it is what it is. I thought this was a good match, and I liked what they did with it, and I think it gave Kyle O'Reilly a spot to shine, and be like the main card guy.
I agree.
Like, no more being a mid-carder tag team, dude for Kyle O'Reilly.
No, and you know, we hit on this early on. The way they set this up was good. The whole thing they did with Cameron Grimes, I thought was good.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see where they go with Cameron Grimes next.
Yeah.
Just with, some of the stuff they did tonight. I'm curious to see what they do with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I kind of like what they did. Everything was good tonight with that.
I
would say overall,
agree.
the show, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10.
I can agree with that. I don't think there was anything super terrible on it. I liked this week's show better than last week's. I feel like it had a better flow. That might have been because last week they did a lot of recap stuff, and I just did not care.
Well, I was gonna say that last week's there was a lot of recaps, so the whole idea of recaps makes a lot of sense to me.
Especially the show after you have your big pay-per-view or whatever. I don't know why you would do a recap show.
Yeah.
Because it's you're gonna have this new audience from the pay-per-view, so why would you? And you're moving to Tuesdays, so that's kind of a big deal too. So why wouldn't you put on the best show you possibly can? And why are you doing all this recap stuff? Yep. It makes no sense.
Doesn't.
But yeah, this week better than last week. I'd give it about probably 7, too.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite spot on the show?
I thought the whole Grimes thing was good.
I would say probably
and then I would say the Indy, what they're doing with Indy and Loomis is good.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, this was a good show. I thought it was a good show overall. I mean, it wasn't. I wouldn't say that there was anything in here that I would say, okay, this was totally terrible. Don't watch this at all.
Yeah.
I would say everything on this show was solid enough that I would say, okay, check it out.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was good enough to watch the whole thing. Let's see here. Let's get caught up. Did everyone get their second vaccine? James, we haven't got our first vaccine yet. Lewis, still no Eve streams. He did tweet something out earlier today, last night, something. I wonder because stuff's starting to open up over there, and I wonder if they're not doing some training with some wrestlers or something. So I wonder if he's not doing some of that stuff with some of the wrestlers and just isn't up late at night now. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I did see him tweet out something earlier. I saw Dan tweet something out earlier.
Oh, AEW. I wanted to talk about that also because I saw earlier that Jim Ross said somewhere on his podcast or on another podcast or something that AEW is looking to do tours starting in July.
Yes.
Go back on the road.
AEW.
We'll see how that goes.
Coming to a concert stadium, something near you.
We'll see how that goes. I don't necessarily think it's the brightest idea at this point in time, but I guess we'll see how many people are vaccinated by this summer, I suppose, and before they start going on the road again, because I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Observing stuff, I'd give it a 6. I liked it. I missed his finisher with Bobby Fish, the high-low. James, how do y'all rate NXT tonight? I gave it a 7.
I did too.
Johnny gave it a 7.25 out of 10. James, did everyone get their second vaccine? James, we haven't got our first vaccine yet. So. No.
And the other thing, I saw SummerSlam is looking at having fans.
Yes.
Which I don't know how far out that is. I don't know what they're doing for like
That's
Backlash.
Probably not until August or July.
No, probably not. But I don't know what they're going to try and do with that. But I've heard that they're going to try and have fans there too.
I suppose it depends on what Backlash is. If Backlash is outside, I'd say they'd probably try and have fans. If it's inside,
wow.
no.
But the thing about it is, I think that they're going to do it in the Thunderdome. And the problem with that is that they're in the Thunderdome. And so I don't think that they're going to have fans for the next couple of pay-per-views until we get the big one, which is going to be SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What are y'all waiting for? Christmas, James. Christmas.
I'll get the vaccine.
They just actually opened up, just made it available to everybody here just recently.
Yeah, so we have to get it. AEW tomorrow. Run through the card real quick and what they have announced thus far. We are getting... Where is this stuff? TNT Championship match between Darby Allin and Jungle Boy. That should be fun. We are getting Tai Conti versus Hikaru Shida in an AEW Women's World Championship match. We're getting Powerhouse Hobbs versus Christian Cage. We're getting Ricky Starks versus Hangman Page. We're getting Trent versus Penta. And that might be all that they have announced right now. Oh, we're getting QT Marshall versus Billy Gunn. That's new.
That ties into something that happened on Elevation, I believe.
Okay, cool. And we are getting interviews from the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle. So, should be a fun show tomorrow.
Yes.
Should be fun.
W plans to have fans at SummerSlam.
That's what I saw.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing, and it doesn't surprise me. The thing that would surprise me is if they're going to try and have fans for, like, WrestleMania Backlash and, like, some of these smaller, like, nothing pay-per-views in between the big ones. Because I could very much so see them... attempting to get fans.
Yeah.
For them. It's just a matter of them having a place to be. And if they're in the Thunderdome or whatever this new stadium is, they, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be able to do it for the small pay-per-views, but Vince, will find a way.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see.
If y'all have Walgreens, it's quicker. James? Our Walgreens, the closest Walgreens to us is like an hour and a half away. Hobbs
and Cage, they split up. I should be more specific. Sorry, my apologies. Hobbs and Christian Cage. I should probably just call him Christian.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
because there's two Cages. Brian Cage, Christian Cage.
Yeah.
Sorry, Christian. Yeah, Christian. He's fighting Christian, not Cage.
Yeah. Not Cage.
Man. Maven just received the go-ahead from her GI to get the vax. Being in a clinical trial changes things for her a little bit. Gotta get the approval and the correct vax. Yeah. So yeah, I gotta get that. One issue with vaxes is Maven was approved for the Moderna, and most all places around here are doing the Pfizer vaccine. Yes. So, when's my next infusion? I don't even know when my next infusion is.
May 5th, I think.
Oh, May 5th?
Yeah.
What is May 5th? Why does that seem soon?
I believe that's when.
That's like next week. 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks.
Oh, what about the toast? It's on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
I don't think there's anything else.
COVID?
Oh, COVID! I was going to talk about COVID. I don't know if you saw this, but Ted Nugent got COVID.
I don't know who that is.
Ted Nugent's a singer, and he, really against, back in December, he was like, COVID is fake, and it's not real, and it's just dumb, and it doesn't exist.
Okay, now I'm going to have to...
And it's not real, people. It's all just a big joke. And he tested positive for COVID, and he said...
never been so sick in my life.
Yes, he has been having issues getting out of bed.
I thought I was dying. Well, don't you feel stupid now?
Yes. He's talked about how he couldn't get out of bed. He's had to crawl to get out of bed because his body hurt so bad, and it's been going on for I think it's 10 days. I think.
I shouldn't laugh. But
Yeah, it's a little bit of karma there, Lewis, because when you deny it and deny it and deny it, and then you get it, and then he wasn't even getting the vaccine. Like he said, I'm not getting the vaccine either, and now he got sick, and now he's been sick for like, I think it's been 10 days. So he's like this is for real.
Yeah, it's for real, you idiot. No, duh, Sherlock. Why are people dumb? Why? This is the thing about it that does not make any sense to me. Is like, why does it take you getting sick and nearly dying to say, oh, this is actually real? Like, you don't believe all the other people that have had this?
Yeah, I'm on
and have died?
It's like on his well, no, because that's just the way they believe. I mean, a lot of them are until they know someone that has it. Or Ted Nugent, Ted Nugent, was totally against the vaccine and everything. Totally didn't believe thought this whole thing was a hoax.
Well, who's a hoax now?
Then, he got it.
Goober.
And now he's like, this is the worst I've ever felt in my life.
Well, good for you, man. Like, sorry.
Mrs. Gleen, the only thing good about Ted Nugent is damn Yankees. Otherwise, I got nothing. So, yeah.
Oh, he did that song Wingo Tango.
Conspiracy theorist.
I know who he is.
I
know who he is.
He's one of those that wears the tinfoil hat.
Oh, yeah, good for him.
The government's out to get me. The government's out to kill me. In fact,
just wear the little aluminum tin hat on your head and no lightning.
Back in December, that's kind of what he said. Was the government's not going to come up and tell me what to do. They can have all these vaccines, and I just ignore them and just like if they come to my door, I'll pull out my guns and show them.
Okay.
And now he's got.
Yeah, the guns are going to keep the COVID away. That makes sense.
Well, the government. From,
okay, whatever.
Him, so he was saying. Cat Scratch Fever song guy, yes. You know Cat Scratch Fever, right?
No.
Well, you need to listen to it.
I know Wingo Tango.
Okay.
That's the song that I know.
Okay.
Yeah. The only reason I know that is because it was in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have never listened to it.
Yeah. John Elite, in Broad's words, who's stupid now? Jay is because he's a moron.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I don't get it, man. I do not understand it. I legitimately do not get it.
Ted Nugent, founder of Damn Yankees with Tommy Shaw from Styx, who I've seen live twice, by the way. I haven't.
That's epic. You got anything else?
I don't think so. I think that was the only news that I was going to talk about was the Ted Nugent news and COVID and how, for all the COVID deniers out there, one day it's going to come around and it's going to bite you in the butt.
Sorry, concert flex. That's all good, man.
Nothing else. I think we're done. We will be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's AEW. Big show tomorrow night. So we will see everybody tomorrow night for our AEW stream. Until then, everybody, have a wonderful evening, a wonderful morning, a wonderful afternoon, or a wonderful night, depending on where you're at. Until then, peace out, everybody.